Most people believe that building wealth is all about how much money you make, but it is actually about what you choose to own. There is a specific list of things that wealthy people almost never buy, while people who struggle financially buy them every single month. These items are often disguised as signs of success, but they are actually traps that keep you from reaching the next level. The main difference comes down to one simple rule. The poor buy things that lose value to look like they have money, while the rich buy things that make money so they can eventually have freedom. If you want to change your financial situation, you have to stop spending your income on items that only benefit the person selling them to you. Today, we are looking at the specific things that rich people avoid, and the traps that keep the poor in a cycle of working for money instead of owning it. By cutting these out of your life, you can stop the leakage in your bank account and start building a foundation that actually lasts. Let's look at the assets that the wealthy stay away from and why you should too. The first major asset rich people never buy is a brand new, expensive car that they cannot pay for in cash. The average person will take out a 5 or 6 year loan to buy a vehicle that costs half their annual salary. They look at the low monthly payment and feel like they can afford it. But a car is one of the worst financial decisions you can make. The moment you drive it off the lot, it loses a large chunk of its value. It is a depreciating liability. The rich understand this simple math. They buy reliable, used cars that they can pay for with cash. They drive that car for a decade or more. They understand that the $500 a month the average person pays for a car loan can be invested instead. That $500 a month, invested for 10 years at a reasonable return, is a significant amount of money. The poor buy the car and lose money every month. The rich avoid car payment and build wealth every month. They choose the functionality of transport over the status symbol of a new car. Another asset the rich never buy is the timeshare or vacation club membership. These are often sold as smart investments in your family's happiness, but they are financial traps designed to separate you from your money. They come with high upfront costs and even higher annual maintenance fees that go up every year. You are locked into a vacation that may not even work for your family's changing schedule. The poor get convinced by the sales pitch that they are saving money on travel in the long run. The rich simply book a hotel or a rental property when they want to travel. They maintain flexibility and avoid massive locked-in fees. They use their money when they need it, rather than paying an annual fee for something they might not use. This simple choice keeps thousands of dollars in their investment accounts where it can grow for decades. Credit card debt is another thing rich people never buy into. The average person buys everything with a credit card and carries a balance every month. They are essentially paying rent on their past purchases at extremely high interest rates, sometimes over 20%. This is money they will never get back. The rich understand that interest is a cost they should be on the collecting end of, not the paying end. They pay their credit cards off in full every single month without fail. They might use a credit card for convenience or for rewards, but they treat it like a temporary transaction tool. The poor pay interest to the banks, while the rich earn interest from their investments. This simple change in habit stops the biggest financial leakage in most people's lives and is a core part of building real wealth. Expensive, trendy designer clothes and luxury goods are also on the list of things rich people avoid. People who struggle financially often believe that buying expensive clothes or watches makes them look successful, and that this look will lead to success. But it is a false logic. The rich understand that their net worth is what makes them successful, not the logo on their shirt. They buy quality clothes that last for a long time but avoid the massive markup that comes with a designer brand name. They are often the most normal-looking person in the room. They realize that the money saved by buying functional clothing can be invested to buy the actual freedom that the designer clothes are meant to symbolize. They choose to be wealthy in reality rather than rich in appearance. The poor always buy things for instant gratification. They see something they want, and they buy it immediately using debt or money they haven't earned yet. The rich almost never do this. They practice extreme delayed gratification. They save their money first, invest it, and only use the returns from their investments to buy the things they want. This simple habit changes the entire dynamic. The poor get temporary happiness and long-term financial stress. The rich get delayed happiness and long-term financial freedom. The rich understand that a purchase today costs them much more than the sticker price because it represents decades of missed compound interest. They would rather wait and buy something with cash from their returns than go into debt for it now. Extended and expensive cable TV packages are also a trap the rich avoid. The average person pays over $100 a month for channels they never watch. They get locked into contracts and spend hours sitting on the couch consuming entertainment. The rich cut the cord a long time ago. They use simple streaming services if they use anything at all. They understand that consuming content doesn't build wealth. Creating value does. They are more likely to be reading a book on business or working on a side project than watching TV. The money saved on entertainment is small every month, but it adds up quickly in the investment account. They choose to invest their time and their money into things that grow, not things that distract. One area many people overlook is high-fee financial products. The poor often buy into things like payday loans, rent-to-own furniture, or high-commission insurance policies because they focus on the immediate monthly payment. They don't see the massive interest and fees buried in the fine print. The rich avoid these like the plague. They look for the lowest possible fees in their investment accounts, and they never pay for money they don't have. They understand that a 1% or 2% fee on an investment doesn't sound like much, but over 30 years, it can eat away half of your total wealth. They manage their own money or use low-cost index funds to ensure they keep as much of their growth as possible. Lottery tickets are a classic example of an asset the poor buy regularly and the rich never touch. The poor spend their hard-earned money on a dream because they feel their only way out of poverty is a lucky break. They don't understand the terrible odds. The rich know that the only reliable way to build wealth is through discipline and hard work. They view the lottery as a tax on people who don't understand math. They invest their money in predictable assets with a proven track record of growth over time. They don't rely on luck. They rely on strategy. Wealthy people also avoid the trap of upgraded daily convenience. The poor often spend a large portion of their income on small conveniences like pre-cut vegetables, individual coffee pods, or daily food delivery services. These small expenses seem insignificant in the moment, but they represent a massive markup over the base cost of the product. The rich understand that these convenience taxes add up to thousands of dollars a year. They choose to spend a little more time to save a lot of money, which they then put into assets that grow. They realize that being wealthy is about managing the small leaks so you have a large reservoir later. Expensive, single-use household items are also something rich people tend to avoid. The poor will buy paper towels every week, plastic razors that are thrown away after a few uses, and disposable plates. The rich buy items that last longer and can be reused. They understand long-term math. They might spend more upfront for a quality product that lasts for years, which actually saves them money in the long run. They focus on value and efficiency in their household spending, which frees up more money for investing. The poor often buy status symbols that require expensive ongoing maintenance, like pools, boats, or unique pets. The rich understand the total cost of ownership. They realize that these items are fun but require constant injections of cash for upkeep and insurance. The rich are more likely to rent a boat for a weekend or use a public pool than own one outright. They keep their fixed costs low and use their money flexibly. They avoid lifestyle commitments that force them to keep earning a high income just to maintain what they bought. They want their money to buy them freedom, not more chores and bills. Rich people never buy things they don't understand. The poor are often talked into complex investment schemes, trendy crypto coins, or insurance products that they don't fully grasp. They follow the crowd, and hope for the best. The rich only put their money into things where they can explain exactly how it makes a profit. If they don't understand it, they don't buy it. This simple rule protects them from scams and bad deals that wipe out the savings of the average person. They value clarity over complexity. The final thing rich people never buy is a lifestyle they have to work to maintain. The poor often trap themselves in a cycle where they must earn a high income just to pay for the house, the car, and the gadgets they already own. This creates a state of constant stress and dependency on a paycheck. The rich choose to live below their means, so they are never forced to work a job they hate just to pay for things they do not need. They value the ability to walk away from any situation more than they value a bigger house or a newer car. By keeping their fixed costs low, they ensure that their money buys them options rather than obligations. Ultimately, building wealth is not about what you can show to the world. It is about what you can keep for yourself. The poor buy items that lose value because they want to look successful today, but the rich avoid those traps because they want to be free tomorrow. Every dollar you choose not to spend on a depreciating asset is a dollar that can work for you in the long run. By cutting out these common traps, you stop the constant drain on your finances and finally give your money the chance to grow. It is a simple choice between looking rich and actually being wealthy, and the decision you make today will determine your freedom for years to come. So thank you so much for watching. If you found this video informative, kindly give it a like, and why not share it with a friend or two? And if you haven't subscribed yet, kindly do so. I really appreciate it. With that said, have a fantastic day.